What's inside the Grand Canyon is changing history forever. For centuries, the Grand Canyon has stood as one of nature's greatest masterpieces, carved by the Colorado River over millions of years. Its vast cliffs, labyrinthine ravines, and monumental rock walls have long been a sacred place to Native American tribes and a wonder for explorers from around the world. Yet behind its breathtaking beauty lies a shadowy secret, a forbidden zone whispered about by locals, guarded by federal restrictions, and now revealed to contain traces of an ancient civilization unlike anything we have ever known. Recent discoveries of sculptures, strange cave paintings, and cryptic underground chambers suggest that North American history may be far older and more complex than conventional archaeology has ever admitted. What was found there defies explanation. And if the evidence is true, it could rewrite the story of human civilization itself. The first clues, murmurs of a hidden world, rumors of hidden ruins in the Grand Canyon, stretch back more than a century. Early 20th century explorers claimed to see unusual entrances in the canyon walls, carved symbols, and passages that led to seemingly endless tunnels. The Smithsonian Institution, some say, even investigated a discovery in 1909 involving artifacts that bore uncanny similarities to Egyptian and Mesopotamian culture, but the report vanished, dismissed as hearsay or suppressed as conspiracy. Generations later, whispers of a forbidden zone resurfaced. Locals spoke of certain areas where access was mysteriously restricted, with government signs warning away hikers and explorers. The official explanation was always conservation or safety, yet the warnings seemed unusually strict, as though something more lay beneath the surface. It was only when a small group of independent archaeologists and researchers, armed with drones, scanning equipment, and sheer persistence, decided to investigate the zone that the truth began to emerge. A world carved in stone, hidden within a canyon wall, nearly invisible from the air and disguised by centuries of erosion. The team found the first entrance, a narrow crack leading into darkness. Inside, they discovered chambers that widened into vast halls, every surface covered with carvings. What they saw stunned them. Towering figures, sculpted directly from the canyon rock, loomed in the shadows. One resembled a lion-headed being, standing over smaller human-like figures, almost as if depicting gods ruling over mortals. Another chamber revealed wall carvings showing humanoid figures with elongated skulls, holding staffs and strange objects that glowed when touched with certain light sources. And then came the most unsettling find of all, skeletal remains, carefully placed within alcoves, some disturbingly large compared to ordinary human proportions. One skull, photographed in eerie detail, appeared to have horns curling from its temples, raising questions no mainstream science could easily answer. The style of the carvings did not match any known Native American culture, nor did it resemble the architectural signatures of Mesoamerican civilizations like the Maya or Aztec. Instead, it carried echoes of Egyptian, Sumerian, and even Hindu influences, a bizarre blend of iconography that should have been impossible in ancient North America. Cave paintings and symbols of power deeper inside, explorers found painted symbols preserved on stone. Using advanced imaging technology, faint pigments came to life, geometric patterns, celestial maps, and depictions of beings descending from the sky. Some showed humanoids in what looked like helmets or masks, interacting with ordinary people. Others showed massive structures, pyramidal in shape, alongside what looked like advanced mechanisms or tools. These paintings suggested not just artistry, but storytelling, perhaps even record-keeping. The people who created this site seemed to be chronicling their encounters with forces beyond themselves, blending myth with history in a way that challenged all modern interpretations. Among the most mysterious symbols was a recurring spiral that radiated outward like an explosion or a burst of energy. This motif appeared alongside carvings of suns, stars, and constellations that seemed to align with ancient skies. Could this civilization have possessed advanced astronomical knowledge thousands of years before modern instruments? The underground structure, at the heart of the Forbidden Zone, lay the most astonishing discovery. An underground structure cut into solid rock, resembling both a temple and a fortress. Its corridors stretched for hundreds of feet, supported by massive stone pillars carved with intricate designs. Strange metallic fragments were found embedded in the walls, unidentifiable alloys that resisted standard dating methods. Within a central chamber stood what appeared to be a throne or altar, flanked by statues of beings with wings and elongated skulls. At the foot of the altar was a sealed stone door, etched with symbols no linguist could translate. When researchers tried to scan behind it, they detected a hollow space, possibly another chamber, still untouched after thousands of years. The discovery of this underground complex was so significant that federal authorities quickly restricted further access, citing concerns over conservation, safety hazards, and ongoing studies. To this day, independent researchers are rarely granted permission to return. Forbidden knowledge and hidden agendas. Why restrict access so harshly? That question has fueled speculation. Some believe the site contains evidence of cross-continental contact long before Columbus, linking the Americas to ancient Egypt, Mesopotamia, or even India. Others suggest it points to a lost civilization predating all known history, perhaps even survivors of Atlantis or another cataclysmic event. More radical theories propose that the beings depicted in the carvings were not human at all, but visitors from beyond Earth. The combination of massive humanoid skeletons, horned skulls, and depictions of sky beings in helmets has led many to suspect an extraterrestrial connection. What do you think about this amazing discovery? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you want to learn more about the mysteries of the Grand Canyon, stay tuned for more videos. The silence of the authorities. If mainstream archaeology is correct, the Grand Canyon's Forbidden Zone should be nothing more than a collection of natural rock formations. So why is it off limits to independent scholars? Why do park rangers stand guard? And why have researchers been denied permits to study the site? Has the government simply decided the site isn't worth preserving? Or are they protecting something that doesn't fit within the bounds of conventional history? For many, the lack of transparency suggests that what lies in the Forbidden Zone could disrupt long-established historical narratives, and that some would prefer those narratives remain unchallenged. A challenge to history. If genuine, the artifacts and structures found in the Grand Canyon as Forbidden Zone could rewrite history as we know it. According to traditional accounts, advanced civilizations first arose around 6,000 years ago in Mesopotamia and Egypt, but the artistic skill and monumental ambition evident at the site suggest a timeline far older. Is it possible that cultural development on this continent predates the earliest cities by thousands of years? And what does the presence of Egyptian and Mesopotamian iconography suggest about the interconnectedness of ancient cultures? If these discoveries are proven authentic, could they indicate trade, migration, or even communication across continents long before the age of exploration? The implications are staggering. If cultural exchange was commonplace in prehistoric times, it would revolutionize our understanding of human history and challenge long-held assumptions about isolated development. The mysterious skulls among the most controversial finds are the skulls. Photographs taken inside the canyon reveal skeletal remains that appear abnormally large, with features not typical of modern humans. One skull displays an elongated cranium, similar to those found in Caracas, Peru. Another, disturbingly, has protrusions resembling horns. Skeptics argue these are misinterpretations, natural deformities, or outright fabrications. Yet DNA testing, where allowed, has yielded inconclusive results, often complicated by contamination or degraded samples. For now, the question remains unanswered. Were these skulls evidence of a genetically distinct population, ritual modification, or something stranger still? Echoes of an unknown civilization, standing before the immense statues carved into the Grand Canyon walls, one cannot help but feel awe. Whether the beings they depict were gods, rulers, or visitors from the stars, the artistry conveys power and reverence. The underground chambers, the sealed doors, and the strange metallic fragments all point to a civilization both advanced and mysterious. We may never fully know who they were or what became of them. Were they wiped out by a natural cataclysm, assimilated into other cultures, or deliberately erased from history? Did they leave behind these monuments as warnings, records, or gateways to hidden knowledge? The story yet to be written as the investigation continues. One thing is clear. The forbidden zone of the Grand Canyon is no ordinary archaeological site. It is a place where history, myth, and mystery intertwine. Each carving, each skull, and each sealed chamber raises more questions than it answers. For now, much of the site remains locked away, both physically and in terms of official acknowledgement. But the whispers grow louder, and the images once seen cannot be forgotten. Whether the discoveries ultimately reveal a lost chapter of human civilization, evidence of global connections, or something beyond our world entirely, they remind us of one undeniable truth. Our past is far stranger and more complex than we have ever imagined. And somewhere in the shadows of the Grand Canyon, an ancient secret still waits to be uncovered. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe. Your support means everything to us. Thanks for watching. Until next time.